Right, moment of truth. Let's start up the sound chip. We've already got function 1 on. Function 0 I mean, which is the lights. It does the exact same thing in the opposite end. They're exactly mirrored. These are the fans that were working, but just didn't maintain, and I just disconnected one of the rings on them so that they would stop spinning. Blends in with the other side, I guess. So let's start up the main front end. If you've got your computer up loud, you may want to turn it down. I don't know how loud this is going to come through, so yeah. So that's the first one started up. Now we'll head over to the dummy car, which is just over here, at the complete opposite end of the train. I'm just moving the mic near it so you could hear it. There you have it, sound chip at either end. I've currently got the motor, which is at that end, pointed to go forward, and the brakes going backwards, so the guard's whistle will always come from the rear coach. We've got door slams. I might disable the I'm going to turn the sounds off. Motor car off. Now dummy car. Right, I'm now going to go through the other sounds that we have on this list. Like the horns. This is function 2. It's just a one-tone horn. Function 3 is a double horn. Again, similar tones, just it's got an additional one in it. We've got the brake release. I'll go to the motor end for these. Pretty standard for a brake release. Now the guard's whistle will always be done from the dummy car, so we've got that one. Then we've got right of way, which is number... oh no, wait, I've got 6, which is the doors. Now it starts off with the back unit, but the sound goes quiet from the back unit and comes up on the front unit to make it sound like the sound's going through the train, which is quite cool. Which I think's pretty clever. Then we've got number 7, which is a right of way, which is just 2-tone beep from the front. Oh, 2 beeps from one end, 2 beeps from the other to say it's good. Then we've got coach suspension, flange squeal, compressor, air pop, rail clack, and number 16, which is a fade out sound, which only comes with the 4-volt speakers only, or V4 speakers only. I have that kind of speaker, so I do actually have it, so that's good. 14 and 15 are a AUX 1 and 2. Right, let's get it rolling. So we want front end start up, and back end start up. Now bear in mind, if you do want it with sound chips already on board, it will cost you quite a bit. Bearing in mind that other train sound chips cost around about 100 to 150, depending on where you look. Now, if you do want to know where I got this one from, I will put a link in the description. Now we're just going to watch it go around my layout. So it's quite a good pusher and quite a good puller. Brakes off. Now I'm only putting up to 6 on out of 28 on my controller, because that is a good reasonable speed for my layout. I don't want to go too fast. Right now it's on the other side of that suspension bridge. As I said, this layout is not yet completed, so bear in mind that all these areas will be done eventually. Now I've already captured an up close video for that bit over there, which you would have seen before I unboxed it. That was mainly whilst I was still programming it. One of my next videos will be on that freight line you saw in the station. So subscribe to my channel if you, oops, just knocked my controller off. Next thing is I'm going to run this in reverse, but it also has brakes when it's coming to a stop, so yeah, we'll give that sound a go next and see where we go from there. Well, reverse, that's where we're going. Oh, stopped too early. Now, those hissing noises are actually mirrored on either end from both coaches. They both do the brakes, they both do that noise. Now we're going to go in the reverse direction. Just, as I've said loads of times, opening doors. Good for a small yard or depot layout. If you're running a mainline layout or reserve railway, don't know, it's up to you what you do with them, but you would not normally have a guy sticking out of it. See, as you can see, it runs just as well in reverse as it does forwards, so that's another good bit about it. Lights are really good. The cab light on the rear, the dummy car, is a lot brighter than the cab light on the motor car, probably because that one runs a motor as well. Now, if you have to open the cars up, be careful, because those front and rear lights actually use a spring that rests on top of a contact. I opened up my dummy car and I almost didn't manage to get my lights working again, because I bent those contacts. Okay, I bent the springs out of place. So yeah, if you have to open up the dummy car, be really careful about it. Yeah, it has a real good stopping distance. Whoops. And that's my review of the East Coast. I say it's a well-worthy train. I will post a link up for where you can get one. The place did used to sell analog and a standard digital chip in either end. Now I think they've got as less of them, and all they do now is the digital sound chip in one end and standard in the other. But I went for the more costly option and went for a sounded chip in either end, but well worth it. Sounds nice. But if you get it from them, be warned that the first time I turned on my sound chips, they were really loud, so I had to turn them down to at least, oh, I can't remember. I turned it down to about 40 on CV value 63. That's how you control the sound, CV value 63 on your controller. And I actually brought my train all the way down to about either 20 or 25. Chips normally go from about 0 to 125 as the maximum they can get to. Some can exceed that. Some chips can't be programmed with 4-digit numbers either for controllers, but the ones they've used in these trains, yeah, they actually do. So yeah, really nice train. Really nice train to run. The motor car is a lot heavier, and it's all-wheel drive as well. It's my heaviest low car I've got, and I've got quite a few. Even though it's a plastic body, it still has quite a bit of weight. But yeah, if you're thinking of getting one of these, they're really good. Alright.